let's get our guest speaker up. This young lady is she is amazing. She just came out of Lake Tahoe, so she's still walking on water up there in Lake Tahoe. She has done an amazing job in Northern California, and she's a community leader up there. She takes care of her dad. She's got a beautiful daughter down in Santa Barbara, so I can remember all this on top of my head. And she's also a board member in the Chamber of Commerce up there in her up in the hills there north of Sacramento. Can we give a warm welcome to none other than one and only Miss Keri Roeder, Regional Vice President?
Good morning. Good morning. Mr. Thomas, I get the chills. It's so amazing to me that after 14 years, every time we speak, I'm still blown away by your significance and your power and your love and your heart and just every capacity about you. It is really no wonder that you have such a following of people, because you can feel who you are. You're so genuine and kind and loving, and you have my head spinning now. So I also appreciate everybody who has served. My father made it through, but he is a Vietnam Army war veteran, and has all of it: Agent Orange, everything you could ever think of. And he's 100% disabled through the VA. We get excellent service through the VA. I'm his caregiver. And being a child of a person who served and hearing the horrific stories of what he had to do, I appreciate every single one of you. And even he became a local, law enforcement officer. So I taught my daughter that we always say thank you when we see, whether it's law enforcement, ambulance, fire. The gratitude that I have for the people who are willing to, put their lives on the line for our freedoms and our safeties. I, like you, Mr. Thomas, my gratitude is just beyond measure. So thank you to all of you who have served or have a family member who have served, because it's important. So and on that note, on the daily Proverbs, so, everything happens for a reason. And a couple weeks ago, or last month when I was on, you said, Mr. P said to read every day. So you read every day, and I'm coachable, and I believe in being led. And when I was shopping at Ross, I found this. So ladies, this is a cool one. It is 365 daily devotions in Jesus' name for women. And even if you're not particularly about Jesus and you're about, energy in the universe or Buddha or whatever, I find that this is very powerful, and it's quick. Like, look how tiny this book is, the size of my hand. It's quick, right? But along the note, what you were saying, Mr. Thomas, and then in alignment with what I wanted to talk about today, you were talking about service to others and all that. So yesterday's reading, and this is again in alignment with my conversation today, is entitled Saving Grace. And it's my soul. Why would you be depressed? Why would you sink into despair? Just hoping and waiting on God, your Savior. For no matter what, I will still sing with praise, for you are my saving grace. Psalm 42:5 TPT. And then it reads, when you're feeling low, it's hard to be motivated. When we find ourselves sinking into despair as we consider our circumstances. It is not a failure to have a bad day or to feel overwhelmed. We don't need to feel ashamed about this. At the same time, we've been given the gift of leadership over our minds and hearts. When the troubles we face outweigh the hope we have, let us direct our gaze to the one who set the world in motion. He is still faithful. He is still working. He is still worthy. Today is an opportunity to praise him in the quote, not yet. So, Mr. Thomas, I don't know if you heard, but I did my little sing and dance thing right, and then I froze last week because I was in Tahoe. And some of you, Kush, thank you. Some of you reached out to me and said, even though it was short, it was impactful. And I hear that Harrison did a phenomenal job of continuing the conversation, which is great. And for those of you who were in Tahoe with me, I'm going to continue that conversation. So you're going to hear some of what you heard from me in Tahoe. And you know, it's interesting. After I was done training in Tahoe, I was getting text messages from the people, some of the people that were there and the leaders that were there. Just that the message was, Mr. Busudi said that was the best he had ever seen me train and the best that I had ever trained that topic. And coming from Mr. Mike Busudi, like that's huge, right? Because he sees me train all of the time. And, you know, it's interesting because when I have the privilege of being able to talk or train, I do ask God that he speak through me. And along the lines of Mr. Thomas being himself, that was me. For those of you in Tahoe, and maybe that was your first time seeing me train live. Yes, I am 5 foot tall, but that's why I wear heels. But that's me. You saw the real Keri Roeder. I was raw. I was organic. You know, we danced and all of that. And that is what I encourage all of you to do here, is to be you. You know, we give you the bones of what to do and what to say, but you need to be authentic in who you are in order to attract who it is you need to attract, and become the person that you need to become, so that you can have what it is you want to have. And again, I say this every time Mr. Thomas gives me the privilege of having these conversations. I can see my own little square. Okay, I'm talking to me too. So as we have this conversation, I am also talking to me. So what I want to do is I want to do more of what I was trying to do last Monday when my my computer froze, but everything happens for a reason, right? So what I want to do is I'm going to play that song again, okay? And I'm going to show the words, and I want you to turn up your volumes. And if you are in a space where you can read and sing, okay, I want you to sing it at the top of your lungs. If you're not in a space where you can sing it out loud, I want you to sing it in your head at the top of your lungs in your head. The highest volume you can with the most confidence that you can. Can I get a thumbs up for those of you who have your cameras on? Yes? Cool, cool. Okay, so turn your volumes up. I'm going to play this again, and then we're going to have a conversation about it. So.
I'll smile, I know what it takes to fool this town. I'll do it till the sun goes down and all through the night time. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what you wanna hear. Keep my sunglasses on while I shed a tear. It's never the right time. Yeah. I put my arm around so you how strong I am. I put my arm around, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries today. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Break down, only alone I will cry out now. You'll never see what's hiding out deep down. Yeah, I know, I've heard that to let your feelings show is the only way to make friendships grow, but I'm too afraid now. Yeah, I put my arm around so you how strong I am. I put my arm around, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. I put my arm around, show you how I put my armor on, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. Mine's so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today.
Okay, now, right? Here's the thing, you guys, when it comes to our mindsets, what is your mindset? What are you allowing in, right? What are you putting in so that you can be confident? You're the Porsche with no brakes, right? Do you like I win every game? That's baseball. I was hitting it out of the park, right? You guys, when it comes to mindset, this is the only thing you can control. You cannot control outside circumstances. You cannot control what other people do. Dear God, if I could, my life would not be happening the way it's happening right now, right? So, and my daughter, I've driven her crazy her whole life because she's 20 now. She's like, damn, you and your mindset stuff. And I'm like, yep, right? Because this is the only thing you can control. So, my father, I told you, Vietnam War vet. So my dad and my mom was blessed with my brother in their senior year in high school, and then dad got shipped off to Vietnam. Thank you, U.S. government gave him every drug possible because he had to be on the. He was the well, he lied to me pretty much my whole life. He was the chief mechanic on the medevac, so he would pick up the dead and wounded. And so there was a Red Cross under his helicopter, and they would hover and they would do, that. But anyway, he lied to me because that wasn't just his job. He had another part on that helicopter that I'm sure you can imagine. Anyway, when he got back, he was addicted to drugs. So my mom helped him through rehab get off drugs. They got married. They had my sister, and then they had me. I was the chosen one. Anyway, but then my dad went into law enforcement. And so everybody would ask him, his name is Don, Don, how are you today? And he would say, I'm fabulous. Right? So you wonder where I get my energy and my happiness from? It is my dad. And my chatty, it is my dad. Okay, Don Garner used to have a long ponytail, diamond earring, big belly, right? Anyway, belly at one point, but he would always say, today's fabulous. And people, God, Don, you're a probation officer. You deal with the world. Like, how is it you're always so positive? And he would say this every single time. I am not in Vietnam doing what I did. My wife took me back. I have 3 beautiful children. Every day is fabulous. And what he taught me is you're entitled to bad moments, but not bad days. You get that flat tire in the morning, fine. Call AAA or whatever, fix it yourself. I don't know why you would, but call AAA, right? Fix the flat tire. But then don't carry that moment on with you throughout the rest of the day. You're entitled to a bad moment, but not a bad day. I was at a networking event the other night, and I saw one of the county supervisors who I've known my whole life since I was 6 when we moved to our town. And his name is Jim. And I was giving a big hug, and he had a wine, and I was like, how are you? I was like, oh God, it's one of those days. It was a bad day. And I looked at him, I said, well, goodness for you, Jim. You now see me. And I gave him a hug. I go, now you're having a great evening, right? It's over. The day's over, Jim. So let me grab a glass of wine and we'll hang out. I'm like, now you're going to have a good evening. And he looked at me down at me because he's super tall. And I go, that's what my dad taught me. He's like, you're right, huh? I was like, yeah, because he's known my dad since 1979. I'm like, Jim, day's over. We're now at a fun social event doing celebrity chef serving food stuff. You know, like now it's a great evening. It's all what we choose here. We get to choose how our day goes. We get to choose. That is the only thing you get to choose, is what your mindset is. This is the training, or a portion of the training, that I gave everybody in Tahoe. Okay. So personal development along with personality disorders. It's not disorders, types. Okay, good. There we go. Now I can talk. It is early in the morning, people. All right. So ACN is a personal development plan with a compensation plan attached. Does anybody know who said that? Mr. Provenzano, Mr. P, president of our company, you guys. Personal development program with a compensation plan attached. Mr. Thomas talks about this all the time. What are we doing in order to become a better version of ourselves so that we can attract the business in which we are looking to attract? Okay, so mindset. So you can look at our minds like a dirty glass of water. Okay. All this junk comes in, all these false beliefs that people have told us our whole entire lives. You know, you heard me and Tahoe say, they're false. They're false. The crap that people has told you about yourself, it's not true. You are amazing. You are beautiful inside and out. You are funny. You are strong. You are capable. You are good enough. You are. You are. But we have all this crap that people say to us or look at us a certain way, or you know, we hear them talking about us, and so we create these false beliefs. We have a dirty cup of water. Well, guess what happens when you put a dirty cup of water under a sink faucet and you run the water? You run the water into that dirty cup and you let it come in consistently over a long enough period of time. Do you know what happens when we do personal development consistently over a long enough period of time? Eventually, just like the water coming out of the faucet, all that junk is going to come out. And eventually we're going to have a clear, clean glass of water where we can see ourselves clearly. That we are amazing, that we are beautiful inside and out, that we are strong, that we are smart, that we are funny, that we are capable, and that we are good enough. But if you don't run that water consistently through that dirty cup of water, it won't have the chance to get all the gunk out. You're just trying to get all the gunk out. All those false beliefs that other people have told you, they're lies. They're lies. And there's lots of reasons why people do that to us, right? One, their own insecurities. Sometimes when you're, especially when you're gaining strength and confidence, people try to take you down because it's they're projecting. They're projecting out onto you what it is that they don't like about themselves. So let me end today with this story, okay? And then next week I'll continue with these slides. So the story is this. There's a story about a fisherman, and he goes out in the middle of the ocean and he drops a crab cage, okay? And in that crab cage, obviously there's crab food, okay? So it goes to the bottom of the ocean. So the crabs are all right. And so one goes, oh, food, climbs up the cage, goes in, starts to eat. All the other crabs are like, oh, wow, cool, food, right? So they go in. And so next thing you know, the crab cage is filled with crabs and everybody's eating, everybody's happy. And then all of a sudden the crabs look around and go, oh, we're out of food. Crap, what do we do? And they're like, we're in a cage. Crap, how do we get out of this cage, right? So one crab goes, well, wait a minute, we climbed in here. Can't we climb out? And so the crab starts to climb out. Okay, see, that's us getting started in ACN. Okay, we're like, oh, my life isn't how I want it to be. I'm going to climb out of this cage. I'm going to get started in ACN. Okay, so that crab starts to go up. I got the chills. That crab starts to climb up. Well, other crabs in there, even though they're out of food and they're trapped, they're going to die. Okay, the other crabs go, where are you going? Pulls that crab down. And the crab's like, oh, okay, okay. So that's us in ACN, right? We get started, we're all excited, we make our first phone call, and somebody goes, what scam are you a part of? Bam, pulls you back down in the crab cage. Okay, and then Your leader on the outside of the crab cage is going, come on, you can do it. I promise. I'll help you. I'll walk up alongside you on the outside, right? So you're like, okay. So you start to crawl up the crab cage again, right? And then other people are like, other crabs in there are like, where are you going? Bam, pulls you back down, right? For whatever reason, whatever, you all have heard it. Well, I hope you've all heard it. I hope you've all heard it. Because if you're making phone calls, if you're inviting, if you're showing the business, you've heard it. If you haven't, if you know what I'm talking about, then you need to make some phone calls and you need to have some crabs pull you back down in the cage, okay? Because that means you're not building your business, okay? So if you're building your business, you know what I'm talking about. People are making fun of you. People are, mocking you. They're telling you it's a scam, whatever. They're saying, okay, I'll become your customer, and then they cancel, they flake, or whatever, right? Or they get started and they don't do anything. As Mr. Tony Krupa says, great, okay? The answer to everything is great. So anyway, so you're in the crab cage and you're trying to climb out, you're making your phone calls, you're getting customers, right? And they pull you back down. Well, in this crab cage, what ends up happening is when they pull the crab back down, they break a leg, thinking, now you can't climb out of that cage, right? That is people talking about you behind your back. They've done that ACN thing, huh? But they haven't made any money yet, right? Whatever. People talking crap around about you, and they're breaking your leg, trying to keep you in that cage. Well, guess what? You start to climb out again, and they pull you back down. Guess what those crabs do? They kill that crab. They kill the crab, so it can't continue to climb out. What I want you to do is be strong enough. Put your armor on so that when they pull you down and try to break your leg, you still climb out of that freaking cage. You do not let them pull you down and kill you. Don't let them kill your dreams. They're your dreams. Who the hell are they? Who are they to steal your dreams? Who are they to say you cannot go buy a home? Who are they to say you can't pay for college? Who are they to say that you can't live where you want? You can't drive the car you want. You can't vacation where you want, when you want, with whom you want, for how freaking long you want. Who are they to say that you can't build ACN just enough to pay your utilities? Who are they? Because until those people are willing to pay your mortgage or your rent, your utilities, your car notes, feed your kids, right? Until they're willing to do all that, screw them. Screw them. They're crabs in a cage and they're trying to pull you down. They're trying to take your dreams. They are not worth it. Personal development, climb out of that frigging cage. And the way you climb out of that cage is to be strong and powerful. Be the portion with no breaks. Win every game. You are unstoppable. Unstoppable today. You are absolutely unstoppable. And here's how I know, because you have the backing of Mr. Al Thomas. You have the backing of all these amazing leaders on this call. You have the backing of the 4 founders of ACN. Mr. Thomas or I can make a call to one of those, any of 4 of those, to help you help yourself in this company. But we can't do it for you. And again, I'm talking to myself. I can see my little square. Guess what? She's back. Like, the circumstances I've been going through these last 6 months are coming to an end. And I'm back. And I'm ready to run. I am ready to be the top producing senior vice president of this company, but I can't do it alone. And you're not on my team. That doesn't matter. Me loving you and supporting you and encouraging you and vice versa, that's how we get to the top together. It's not about the people directly underneath you. It's about everybody in ACN. When David O'Neill crosses the stage as a regional vice president, you can bet your booty I'm going to be down there on the bottom of that stage cheering louder than anybody else. Catherine, Gloria, Maria, all of you, Sherry Ann, all of you. I've already written Ryan Swallow's RVP speech. Be unstoppable, please. Put your head under the running water so that you can clear it out and have a clear head to know that you are fabulous. Do not let them take you down. They are not worth it. You're worth it. Your reason why is worth it. Stick through it. And I don't care if you're sleeping next to him. Get rid of him. Just joking. Well, not really. Sort of. No. That's recorded, huh? Oops. So be unstoppable, please. And then next week I'll finish the slides and talk about, personality types and personal development and how they all go together. But like how we started this call, I genuinely appreciate everyone who has served to every level and any level, and are family members of those who have, because today is an important day to sit still and to honor everyone who serves and who has served. And after you take that moment, I guess the best way to show gratitude to those people is the same way to show gratitude to Mr. Thomas and to our 4 co-founders, which is for us to go out there and build our ACN business so we can have the level of freedom that each individually that we are looking for. That's the best way to say thank you to those who have served. So with that, Mr. Thomas, I'm going to turn this call back to you. I thank you again for everything you do for all of us. You are, well, you know who you are to me, and without you, yeah. So I thank you. I love you. I respect you beyond measure, and I promise to honor you by being the top producing senior vice president.